Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing today? Can you guys hear me? It's always the question at the beginning of the stream. Are we coming in loud and clear? Hey, Fuzz, Ebola, Grandpapa Mutton, East Ends and Endkeeper. Welcome, welcome. Look at these girls. Marcus Green, hello from freezing Anchorage, Alaska. Whoa. Well, welcome to the stream from the, well, it's a wet day today in the Netherlands. But can't complain about the temperature. They are really going for it. Hey, Koa, what's up? I'm looking for the eggs. There was a big pile this morning, but I don't know where it took them. And I have a lighting issue, but I know what it is. So, are you guys ready for some magic? Okay. Magic it is. And there we go. I need to put this away. So I use another background to make the pictures for the web shop. But it's a different lighting for the stream, so. How is everybody doing today? How's the Lundy doing? The Lundys are doing epic. It's bananas how fast they are growing. So, as you can see, now that the background is black, the lighting works way better. So, we have a ton of larvae. We have a ton of cigars. Where did they take the eggs? There's a big lump of eggs somewhere. More cigars over there. Are the eggs behind there? Oh, there they are. See? Big pile of eggs. Okay. Still lots of workers in the art world. So you guys know the drill. These ants don't take pre-killed food. So I am going to give them a red runner. I got a new supply of red runners in. So they're a bit smaller, easier to catch. For them at least. Not for me. Okay, here we go. First one coming in. And a second one. Any tariff changes in the Netherlands in the US favor? No, it's actually getting worse. I just got a message this week that the Netherlands is going to put tariffs on China. So the prices on drinkers and stuff like that will be going up next year, sadly, because I won't be able to buy them as cheap anymore. Where are they going? So we have one Red Runner in the back there, and they don't know what to do with it, apparently. And the other one is in the skull at the moment. Hello to you, Bes. How do you pronounce that? Beskisar? Oh, there's the other Red Runner. So I have been power feeding the Texas Bullet Ants, as you can see in the nest. So yes, they might not be as active with the food as we would like. They are keeping their distance for a bit. Where did you go? It's still in the back there. How are the tetranators doing? The tetranators are still not doing great. There we go. Oh, it escaped. Whoa. So I was just wondering, are your guys' ants also hibernating? Or not? Does the clavata have a larvae? No, not yet. Good evening, CS. Well, they are not really going for it today. Okay, so what do you guys want to see? Hey, Dante. Yes, I am live. Thank you for the vibrations on the recording device. All good. The Lundies. Okay, you guys want to start off with the Lundies? Let's do the Lundy tour then. And of course, we're going to start at the Outworld. As you can see, the numbers are up. The fun thing is that the humidity in the nest was quite high, so I gave them some rose petals. And they got it all stuck right in there. And then we go over here. This is the new trash pot. And we need to start cleaning it out one of these days. Then we go under here where there's still not great lighting. I'm sorry. They are moving along quite nicely. Getting over here. Passing over there. Going over there. And this is the Outworld that they are completely ignoring. So, yeah, I'm going to take it off before the next video. Then we have the old nest. It's empty. There is no fungus in the old nest anymore. You know why? Because this is already at the front. check this out. There's a lot of humidity, but it's half full. Let me grab, where did I leave it? I have an extra light now. Find a solution for bad lighting. There we go. Check this out. So the humidity is really high in there. That's why I'm giving them some extra rose petals. But the fungus goes all the way back to there, but it is completely filled to the front, and there's only a small sliver on the side. Why is the small pot still there? Well, because there's like 100 still in the tube, and I want to do it all at once. So disconnect this one and disconnect this one all at once, but I just didn't have the time for it yet. So, but as you can see, the pot is filling up really, really fast. So yeah, I hope that the condensation goes down with the rose petals, so that we can actually see a little bit again in the nest. But yeah, there's so many ants everywhere. There's not 10 centimeter of tube where there's not 3 or 4 ants on it. Wait, oh no. Over there? No. Over there? No. Ants everywhere. I am so impressed with these girls. So, I'm going to put you back in the phone stand. And I am going to grab the next colony, which is going to be our Nicobarensis. Should I keep the bullet ants in the background? What do you think? So let's see how our 5 queen is doing. Hello, Death Trooper. So we have some brood over there, and then some brood over there, and our 5 queen. Hello, Slits. See some new names. Welcome to the channel. Don't forget, like and subscribe. 1 queen is crawling out of there. But yeah, it's still a 5 queen colony. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And these girls are in need of a new nest, because the water tube is almost empty. And that will make this a lot easier also on me for maintenance and stuff like that. So while you are looking at these girls, I am going to clean out their outworld a bit. There's my trash pile over there. Do you still have the Temnothorax? Yes, but they are in hibernation. But I do still have them. But they are in the fridge in the other room. You got any tips for semi for new semi-claustral queens. Feed them once a week, and the rest of the time don't disturb them. Give them as much peace as possible. You don't want to stress. Do you hydrate the nest of the hibernating ants? The nest itself, no. Because at colder temperature, the nest will stay more humid by itself. So it's able to stay hibernated for longer. And they have their own water supply. Did you ever catch Manica rubida? Yes, but they're in hibernation. We have Ruby and the Renegades. You can find the videos on the channel. They were in last year's Manica rubida challenge, and they were booming until a bit after summer. No, it's like a month ago, or 1.5 months ago. We had a big die-off. That big ant right there, is that mutated or something, or did it grow that big? It's not a big ant, but it's the queen. And the queen is always bigger than the workers. Well, always. Almost always. So there are 5 queens in this nest. So these are like normal workers. And then over there you have a couple of queens. It works the same for these ones because these ants are already bigger. So I think like size-wise, this queen is about that worker size, but their queen is like 2 millimeters bigger. But it's not big. The biggest one that I have is about 25 millimeters. Do you have a favorite species? It's a question I get a lot, and it's a very tough question because I have a couple of favorites because of different. They're all different. I really like the Lundies because the leafcutters are just something else. But the Philosas that we're looking now at are epic. Hunters, really cool. Then you have the Hapergnathus venators, the jumping jacks. I would always say, if they die, I'm going to buy them again straight away. But then you have the Diversa that do the huge swarms. It's also epic. But then also we have the Camponotus vagus, which is a full black Camponotus species. That's not very special, but she looks awesome. So picking a favorite, it's too hard. So let's see how our biggest Camponotus is doing. This is our Singularis queen. And she had a birth cycle, and now she has been dry for a bit, as in no brood. So let's hydrate their nest. I have a new Camponotus canceneus colony. Any tips? Depends. What's the size? Is it a queen? Is it a colony? What's the size? To be honest, I don't have any continuous 8 workers. Give them space and give them enough stuff to eat, but be to refresh that a couple of times. There are so many cool species I'd love to have, but I can't import from Australia. Okay, where are you from then? Is it not possible to get them through another country? So there's actually a worker guarding over there. And they made a huge mess of the water drinker. So let me clean that up for a bit. Why have you done that? That's just gross. Okay. I am going to... Now I'm Australian and the import laws. Oh, you are Australian. To import them to Australia. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's... But you have some very epic species over there that we would love to have. I need to grab a drink real quick, so I'll be right back. Quick enough. Hello, Guard Gamer. Welcome. Don't forget, people, like, subscribe. Liking helps the channel. Well, it helps this video because more people will see it. And of course, subscribing. You don't miss any cool content. We do a live stream every Sunday. And I try to upload every 2 weeks, but it's rough, to be honest. So, making a feeding tray for these lovely girls. But what species do you keep then? I'm going to say Forge because the first name I'm not going to even attempt. I'm sorry. So, there we go. Some nice red runner in there. I need to write some stuff down that I still have to do on the nest. Yeah, thanks, Martin. Guys, if you want to make a small donation to the channel, you're welcome to. You can use the Ko-fi link. It works better than our friends of YouTube that take a lot of percentage of it. All the money will go back into the channel, and at the moment we are looking at honeypot ants because we would love to have some so that I can design a new nest for them. Can you show us your huge Carabera diversa? Yes, I can, but I have to disappoint you at the moment because they are not doing great. I am power feeding them, so yeah, I'm gonna grab them and let's see how they're doing. Banded sugar ants and Myrmecia are most common. I have pariformis and jumping jacks. Oh, that's cool. But you also have the weaver ants, Cophilia smagradina, and then the green ones. Oh, I like those. I had one queen but with a few workers, but sadly she didn't make it. And this was sadly largely my fault. I just dropped the drinker. There we go. So, Carabera diversa. I am going to put them right behind this setup. There we go. Incoming. Yeah, they are very sensitive. And the setup that I had for them, that I made myself, wasn't up to standards. So that's also why it's not in the shop. Because, as most of you know, I test my setups before using them. And vibe. So this is our Outworld for the Diversa. And lately they've been really good at making a humongous mess. So I'm working on something. They have also been destroying our small white tongue, which is also good. Now I wanted to know this because I wanted to see how far they would get, but they're not crossing the acrylic or the printed. So it's looking good. And now to the sad part. Well, sad part. We have eggs again. So as you can see, we have brood. But I would like to see more brood. Way more brood. And there is also brood in the back nest, luckily. So, I'm going to give them some water. And then we are going to give them a whole bunch of red runners. And let's see if we can get some trails going. What do you think? By the way, I have two new connectors to show to you guys. How often do you clean the nest? Depends on the species. This nest is very hard to clean because these are very, very active ants. And they have quite some numbers, which can make it very hard to clean. Okay, I'm going to put the lid back on. And I grab some red runners. And I am going to try to give you a really cool angle. So the nest, the outworld is dirty. I want to clean it, but as we said before, it's hard. So the entrance is over there to the nest. I'm going to try and drop some food here. Let's see if we can get a trail going. So what I am doing is grabbing a red runner, and I am pre-killing it. So it might twitch a little, but there we go. I am gonna grab a few more. Because we need them back at full strength again. Brim Jacobs, how is it going with the Tetranators? At the moment, it's steady. So it was really good. But then we had a big die-off, and now they are smaller, but they are steady. So some more. How big are they? Well, they were in the thousands, but now it's more like 1,000. Sadly. So as you can see, the numbers are crawling out of the nest. Oh, that's sad, Death Trooper. Yeah, for me it's going in waves, and some of my colonies are not having a great time at the moment. Which of your colonies has the most workers? At the moment? I would say the Lundy probably. They were 4 years old, yeah. Well, I'm not sure how it's going with Tsushima. Are they also inbreeding? Hey, Colleen. Welcome back. Yeah, I will show it. But it's on the other side of the room because it's not a setup that I can pick up. Can I show you? Yeah, I'll show them again later. We showed it like a little bit before, so. It's polygynous. Yeah, okay, but are they inbreeding? That's the question. Yeah, it has been a while, Colleen. So as you can see, they are actually swarming. The red runners. Some bigger mages are coming out. What's the name of the first colony you fed? Yeah, it's Neopanera fenosa. Yeah. So you have more of those colonies? Of what species? At the moment in ant colonies, I have 29 colonies, but I have a few that I have double. But 17 of those are in hibernation and 2 are a secret. Yes, people, we have 2 secrets again. Do you know any unique species native to your country? Unique ones? No. The Netherlands is not unique with ants. I mean, the most common one is probably Lasius niger, so yeah. That's why we import a lot. Okay, I am going to give them some extras. Because I really, really want them back on their feet. Yeah. We also nicknamed them the Swarm, right, Ebola? What is your favorite ant colony? It's been asked again before in this stream already. I don't really have a favorite ant colony. The problem with that is that there's too many different species with too many different traits. I mean, I really like these ants, the Diversa, for their swarming capabilities. I like the looks of the Filosa and the hunting. I like the activeness and the fungus building of the Lundy. I like the looks and eyesight of the Hapagnatus venator. So it's so hard. Okay, I know I've asked this before, but have I missed the Ecos? Yes, but we can get them back later on, Colleen. Do you ever have mite problem with colonies that require live feeders? We have some colonies at the moment that have grain mites in them. So with a few colonies, I introduced some springtails, but it doesn't seem to do a lot. We also tried a trick with cucumber, but that also doesn't work. So yeah. Can you get Bermesia in the Netherlands? Yes, but it's pricey. Yeah, those mages are huge. There are a few mages inside the nest, they don't come out, that are the same size as the queen at the moment. I wanted to buy it, but was sold out last minute. What do you want to buy? Size, answer is always the same. All of them. For the ant species, yes, but it's so hard to pick one. If I ask you, Ebola, what's your favorite species? Don't hesitate. Tell me right now. And you're going to give me a straight answer. Solenopsis. Are you sure? Do these have the biggest difference in worker size? Yes. These are the most polymorphic ants that I have. You have the minor workers that are like 2 millimeters. And then the largest majors are around 16 millimeters. The tetramoriums. Okay. Well, the good thing about the tetras is that they're inbreeding, so they can make their own queens when they are in the right numbers. The harps. Yeah, as I said before, harps is one of the species. If my colony dies, I'm buying a new one tomorrow. I know, Ebola. I know. Okay. I'm going to grab the next nest. Can you show the tetranatus? Sure. Let me grab them. Well, let me grab them. Let's fly over there. Have you ever kept Polyrachus femorata? No. I had dives, and I had I forgot the name. Polyrachus. I have to look it up. I had 2 species, but just for a short while. One died because I got a colony that was already bad, and I tried to save it, but it didn't work. And the dives, I didn't have the right time for it to continue making their setup, so I ended up selling them. What's this about? Something new? Yeah, I'll show you in a second. Oh, I need to take something out of the outworld because you guys are not supposed to see that. So these are the tetranatus. As you know, we had 3 full nests, and as you can see, the back 2 are almost empty, and the front one is doing okay. Okay, and also in the outworld, as you can see in the back again, more dead workers. So it's not looking too great. So we have the tunnel set up, and then we get over there. But I'm behind on maintenance because I really want to take the two back nests off. How are the leaf cutters? Well, we're going to start here again. We did the round, but we're going to do it again real fast then. So, outworld, again, numbers are up They are everywhere. According to our friend Antimedes, Jack, they are going to be fine. So we do the quick travel around. And we're back with the diverse us. And then the humongous fungus, which is now 2/3 of the pot full. So yeah, it's epic. Okay, I'm gonna put you back in the stand. I need to connect my charger because my battery was a bit low. Let's grab the next colony. Let's stay with the Tetranatus for a bit. So as you might remember, we had a split off, and the split off is actually doing really good. So more Tetramorium bicarionatum. This was a 2-queen split off, and they have just taken over this nest like it's nothing. There we go. Syringe of water in there. Hey, Misfits. Hello, Frog. I highly respect anyone with leaf cutters. Well, they are epic. If you have the chance, go for it. Really go for it. I love that video of their setup. Yeah, I'm so happy with it. I'm smiling the whole day when I'm working, because this is my work, and I'm sitting behind my desk and I see him running around grabbing leaves. It's epic. So yeah, and they are growing fast, the Lundies. Yeah. Hopefully, I'll be able to connect a second pod real soon. That would be really cool. So let's see if we can actually take this tube off, because it's starting to annoy me a little bit. So taking the cover off, take one tube, and then you just switch it out, and you're done. Can you hear them? Some of my ants do make noise. Yes. So some of my ants I can actually hear. Which is funny. So, as some of you guys also might know, is that all the stuff that you are seeing right now is printed by me, made by me. And sometimes I have leftover filament, and then you get funny smiley trays. So it's orange, green, and black. One ant escaped. Where? Always have your soft tweezers ready. Ah, there we got him. We got him. We got him. So, some sugar water, some red runners. They are going to be hungry. What is the worst escape you had? Once I had a funny evening with my friend Grandpapa Martin, because I left the lid of the Lundies. And in like an hour, they were through the barrier and on the wall. So that was funny. What's the messiest colony? Two. I've got two of the messiest colonies. One is the Mesobarbarus, that is in the tiny setup, but they are in hibernation now. And after that, it's probably Diversa. The Diversa are really messy. And the cleanest colony, by far, the cleanest colony are the leafcutters. They put all the trash in the trash out world. They clean the bodies, they clean their fungus, they clean the nest, they clean the tubes. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna bring you guys back to the Diversa, so you can actually see that red runners are actually taken into the nest. So if you have like dubias, the dubias will be cut up into pieces and brought into the nest. But the red runners, they take into the nest completely. And I can show you what I mean, because that one under the drinker there is getting dragged in. What country do you come from? From the Netherlands. Are they wild caught? Most Diversa are caught, yeah. I have Fire Ant Queen. I have two Fire Ant Queens, one with 10 to 15 eggs and one with 2 larvae and 50 eggs. They are wild caught. Okay, cool. See, they're dragging it in right now. Do you have ants from Asia? Yes. These ants are from Asia, the Diversa. But also, I have Phodolinotus. I have the Nicobarensis. Have you ordered from stateside ants? No, because I don't order from the US. I order everything from the Netherlands or Belgium or something like that. But all my ants, I buy them European, and they are imported by the people I buy them from. So, okay, let's move these back a little bit. And let's check out another. Well, they're not messy, but they're just everywhere. So this is supposed to be a feeder dish, but they always put eggs in there. How messy are your Fodoli? They are messy, but not too bad, to be honest. So yeah, this is the queen, by the way, and they have a ton of larvae. But yeah. So you are from the Netherlands? Yes, I am. I am. A winged ant, yes. They are producing elates. This is probably a split off, and the colony was already in a size that they were producing elates. Why are they all outside? Because the Rufa Negra is funny. Well, they are an arboreal species. So normally they like to go up in heights and stuff like that. So this is not the perfect setup for them at the moment. I am working on something for them. I know that some of my friends have them in higher setups, which I am trying to make, but yeah, not a project at the moment. I am from the US. How can I get things from your store? At the moment, due to the tariffs, I'm not able to ship to the US. So sorry, Misfit. At the moment, I cannot help you. Or I have to pay 125 euros for a 5 kilo package. And then I still have to do a ton of paperwork, which I also have to calculate into the price. Or it can only be a value of $100, and then as a gift. But then I still have to ask you for a lot of shipping money, so it's not worth it. How's the honey project going? Any progress, or it's still a secret for now? At the moment, I didn't have any time yet for the honeypot project because I have been very busy with printing some stuff outside of the end company. So talking about that, some things that I did have a little bit of time for is 2 new connectors that I made. So I'm gonna put these colonies aside. So this is one of our new outworlds, as you guys know. So we have 2 exits. These will be available very soon. Sorry, it's dusty. I know. I need to clean it, but so I had a question from a guy who said, well, if I put a nest here and I put another nest next to it and I put a second outer world, the backsides are not connected. And I was like, yeah, that's true. So we made this connector. It's still a bit dirty. It's just fresh from the printer. You can use that connector, and then you can put tubing in it. And then you can put another outworld here with another connector. Why is there water on it? I don't know. And then you can connect both back ends of the outworld. Of course, these connectors can be used in any setup that you like. And yes, it has a hole on this side. I still need to print the plugs for this one. But yeah, it's a 90 degree angle with 2 exits, and you can connect 2 outworlds, and it's, well, very thin. And then I got another question. So this idea actually came from our friend, the Mira Machinist. You might know him from Instagram, and he has a few YouTubes. This was his idea, so he's getting a copy of this. And then a lot of people saw that I was selling the piping for the leaf cutter setups. And they were like, but can we also use it on the normal setups? And we weren't able to. Until now. Introducing the H to 25 millimeters. And you can actually use 25 millimeter acrylic. So it's the normal connector going over into 25 millimeter acrylic. So, okay, the Rhodes is alive. Yeah, it happens. They kick a lot. So what does that coal ants mean no. Coal ants got the package before the terrorist happened, and also I can send gifts, but I can only send you stuff worth $100, and then I still have to ask you 40 euros of shipping costs. And then I still have to do a lot of paperwork. So at the moment, it's not viable. Do you make these things when you need them, or do you think them up in advance? We have a Discord server, and in the Discord server, there's a section called the idea section, and it's very simple. If you have a good idea that I think it's good enough to make, then I'll make it, and you get a copy for free. So this connector was actually asked by Austrians, so he's getting a free copy. This connector was made, or the idea was given by Ralph, so he is getting a free connector. How long is the stream? Might be a little bit shorter of diapause. Yes. It's an hour already. Okay. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still have 5 colonies to go, and we have Colleen wanted to see the Nikos again, so we're gonna be here for a bit. Thanks, Grandpa. So yeah, if you have an idea, put it in the Discord server, and then you can actually, if I make the idea, you get a copy for free. I mean, you guys know the jaw drinker, that was an idea of Lynn of Ninituru. She got a copy for free. So yeah. Do most of your ants go into diapause? 17 of my colonies are in diapause at the moment. So that's more than half of them. So, up next, it's our sad queen. Did you know, Crafting Ant, that Cole has 20k? Yes, I talked to Cole a lot, and I also was in the 20k live stream, and I was in the 10k live stream. Yeah, but moldy test tubes is something that happens. Not much you can do about it. It's a nice color, right? I will be trying to give her a new setup. I'm probably going to go for a teardrop gypsum. What do you guys think? Yeah, this setup is getting really dirty. Isn't that dangerous for the queen? A bit of mold? No. Is that a manica? No, it's not. Keep on guessing. Keep on guessing. What is it? Do you have springtails? Not in every setup. Do you ever make or use acrylic nests? No, I don't make them. No, I don't use them. You can't really force them to move, though. You can't force them. You can help them. Is this a honeypot? No. Keep on guessing. And yes, I know that there's a few mites in there. I need to check on the colonies because I forgot the name of. You wanted to know, I had Polyragus, Polyachus trinax, and those ones died. But this is, yeah, it's a fetching koi. Yeah, yeah. She came over with one worker, but sadly the worker died. So yeah, she's alone. But it's a bit hard to see, but she has brood. So should be fine. Okay, she is also going to get a red runner. I'm not sure. I think that she is claustral. But now that she has lost her only worker, she might be wandering a little bit herself. So I am giving her a red runner and sugar water. So yeah. Okay. On to the next. Is she moving outside? She was moving in the direction. Okay, so the Diversa. By the way, guys, I need to show you a trick. Do you have any US ants? Yes, I have Texas bullet ants, Neopanera filosa. Bye, Misfit. So a good trick for to stop the reflection, just put a light on top of the nest, and now there is almost no reflection anymore. So now I just have a light on top of the nest. You have a better view and almost no reflection while filming. Such a simple trick. What got you into the hobby? Ant Oliver and 3D printing. So I know that raises questions. I was already 3D printing for a longer time, and then I was bored on the internet, and I found a video of Ant Oliver that had ants in a 3D printed nest. And I was like, that's cool, but I think I can do a better job. And that's how we started. So, one of the species that is always a debate to hibernate or not to hibernate is Messer barbarus. So we have two colonies, and one of our colonies is in hibernation and the other one is not. So we have our queen, which is running for her life because I moved her. As you can see, we have chia seeds in there and some other grassy seeds. And we still have brood in the tube there. And then we have more water in the tube behind it because this was getting a bit dirty. And then we have another tube with seeds on top. So this is the stacker. And the stacker is giving me a hard time. I am not happy with the design. And I'm not happy with how it's working at the moment. So yeah, it's a pain, the project. I can tell you that. And now look at you, one of the most recognized ant creators. Oh, thanks, man. Hey, XX Gleam, what's up? I don't think I'm one of the most recognized ant creators. There's still a couple of big ones out there. I would like more smaller ones. Would be epic. Messer, I got my hands on one recently. Any tips on their care? Keep them away from vibrations. They hate vibrations. I hear a lot about darkness and stuff like that. Keep them in the dark, keep them in the light. I don't have a lot of trouble with light, but vibrations is killer for them. And the nice thing about it is, if you have them in a test tube and you give them some seeds, they don't need a lot of maintenance. As you can see, they're self-sustaining at the moment. They have enough seeds, they have enough water. There's nothing I need to do. Do you have any Australian ants? At the moment, nope. I had some, but at the moment I don't. Okay. Another red runner is being dragged to the nest while I'll grab the next colony. Let's grab the... What do you think? Should we grab the hearts? So, do the seeds ever mold? Sometimes they do, yeah. But that's the thing about Cerisa. Another thing for messers. Do they hibernate? Yes. You can put them in hibernation. There's a big debate about it, but most people would say yes. Do the seeds ever mold? Yes. But another very important thing for them is that they need a dry place and a humid place. They need a dry place to store their seeds, and they need a humid place for their brood. So make sure that you have, like, if you have a test tube set up, make sure you have a water tube and a dry tube. If you put them in a nest, make sure that they have a corridor or an outworld where they can store their seeds. So make sure that they have a dry and a wet surface. The micro ant smiley trays. Yes, Ebola. Now I'm going to make you an idea. One of the eyes is just going to wink. Kinda. So yes, there is going to be a micro ant smiley tray. Your idea was a good one. I just didn't make it yet. Do you keep any other pets aside ants? Whoa, since 3 weeks we got a dog. But I would really love a scorpion. But yeah, my girlfriend disagrees on that. So, our harps. We have a few larvae. But the fun thing is that they are not hunting a lot. And there are red runners. And I took the big runners, red runners, out of the outworld and put smaller ones in there, but they are not hunting a lot. I would like to see more hunting. I know, Martin, but I want to get kicked out of the house. Yes, they are also called jumping jack ants. They have very, very, very good eyesight. And what I do is that the outworld, there's actually red runners running around there. Let me show you what I mean. So we have a huge rock, and under the rock there are some live red runners, and they will just go and hunt and grab what they need. So that's cool. And Yeah. It's just, damn, I just love the looks. Slender build. 2 sets of jaws. The big jaws you can see, but they also have small jaws. So with the big jaws, they can actually grapple their prey and sting it. And then they have a smaller set of jaws on the underside of their head that you can't really see, and that's the jaws where they eat with. Dry wood termites are awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about termites. Hey, it's Campanico. I haven't looked at your connector yet, Nico. I will check it out in a bit. I haven't made that shape yet with like a bolt on it, so we need to figure it out. But we can make something. It's not a problem. It's not a challenge, or it's not a problem. It's a challenge. How long have you owned this harp colony, and how many new workers have been born? Ooh, this harp colony, I had them for a very, very long time. Do I still have them in my list? It's actually one of my older colonies. Colonies, harps. Harpegnatus venetatis, where are you? So I got them in February 24. Thanks for joining me, Bodai. See you next week. So we had workers come and go. We also had a lot of meals already. So the colony hasn't. It's been a constant number. Hey, Ed guy, thanks for the donation. So yeah, the numbers haven't gone up really, but they also haven't gone down. So it's been refreshing itself, kind of. Australian jumping jack eggs are half the size and look very different. Yes. These ones can jump approximately 10 centimeters. And I have one clip of them in my old setup that was actually the cheese box. I don't know if you guys remember that. But there I have one shot of one ant like jumping 10 centimeters. Okay. Now I'm going to make some room because I want to get the biggest ant we have on the table. You guys agree? Yes. Hello, Johnny GT. Okay. There's our beast. Just putting the Diversa back in the cabinet. It's always a challenge with the current setup. I'm planning to buy a new ant colony soon. Cool. What are you getting? So let's turn her around and see how the eggs are doing. So this is our clavata. And there's still no larvae. Come on. There we go. Such an epic ant. Why am I getting... I need to try something. Damn lighting. Is this better? Nope. Healthy queen. Yes, she is. There we go. She is pretty calm, but she sits on her eggs a lot. But I was wondering if she was eating, and she is eating. Because I gave her a few red runners a week. And she is eating them. I was looking at the same thing. Are those mites or not? Okay. Time to give Her Majesty some new red runners. They look a bit yellow. What do you mean, the eggs? I'm just looking at it. I don't hope that I overhydrated the nest. It looks very humid at the moment. How long have you had her? Ooh, how long has it been? 2 months now? They can take their sweet time. But I don't see any mites. Don't forget how big she is, though. It's 25 millimeters. Yeah, she's the biggest ant that we have. You saw one near the hydration hole earlier. I don't see anything. But I need to put some springtails in into this setup. What's your favorite thing about ants? The way that they work together. The smallest ant can be the biggest army. Yeah. Or is it even more? No, it's still 9 eggs. By the way, guys, as you can see, I made it pretty humid, a bit too humid to be honest. But you can also see that there's two levels. So you have the level where she's sitting on, and then you have a step down near the entrance or exit. It's actually made like that because the water can now run out of the nest. What species? She is Paraponera clavata. Chaotic unison is how I heard they work, yeah. Okay, let's see. We still need to do the denticulata. And then we are done. Well, Colleen, you wanted to see the Nicobarensis. So I'm gonna grab the Nikos and we can put this beautiful queen back in her spot. She has a very nice spot in the gentle side of her vivarium, where there's not a lot of vibration. So, our Nicobarensis. Yeah, it's a 5 queen. So 5 queen colony, but we have a couple of workers now. As you can see, we have brood over there and a couple of workers, but they are also in the double drinker and also getting food for their queens. Well, fantastic, Tom. That's the thing. A lot of people think like, okay, you got 5 queens, so you have 5 times as much eggs. It's not like that. It's not like that. They grow a bit faster, but it's not 5 times as fast. How transparent are they? What do you mean, transparent? Is your small setup good for 200 to 500 Caribera diversa colony? Go for a medium. The medium is divided into chambers. If you go for a medium gypsum, you have 3 chambers. They will automatically start in the back chamber and grow outwards. So the back chamber of the medium is about the same as the normal chamber of a small. So start with a medium. Yeah. The gases, how transparent they are. Yeah, I need to give them a colored sugar water again one of these days. So, denticulata. Let's see how they are doing. Straight onto the brood. So, our denticulatas. I haven't even made the video on them. They kind of got left behind, I would almost say, but they were standing still for a long period of time. I had them for a few months. Nothing happened. And then all of a sudden, boom, eggs, larvae, bigger larvae, cocoons. You can see the empty cocoons in the outworld, and they have just been exploding. Just check the numbers, it's bananas. It's a bit hard to see, but the queen is hiding somewhere there. They do look a lot like Metallicas, it's true. I would really love some Metallicas. But these are bigger than Metallica from what I understand. Hello, new friend. We tried to talk English in the channel so that everybody knows what everybody's saying. Do they hurt more like Metallicas? I haven't tried. I have been lucky enough that I haven't been stung by any of my ants. Have I been bitten by any of my ants? Yes, I have been bitten by the diversas, and I have been bitten by the Lundies, but I've never been stung. Do they need substrate to spin cocoons? Yes, yes. Denticulata need substrate. Have them both, not willing to try. Good point, Martin. Let's not. Metallica venom is so bad. Okay, I never tried. Rufa nigra. How did you find your Odontoponera? In a shop. Now, these ants are from the Ant Merchant. So, antmerchant.com. Use TCA free at checkout and you get a free set of tweezers. So let me check. Oh, I completely forgot one colony. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Why did nobody say anything? Why did nobody say anything? It is the channel Camponotus. Come on, guys. There's our queen, Rita. Say hi. Does Europe have a site to go? Does Europe have a site people to go sell their species? Australia has one, and it's the only place to buy ants. We can get a lot of ants in here. So one of my favorite websites to use actually is antcheck.info. And there you can actually see your what shops have what available. And we can even see Australian shops. What's her name again? The Ant Queen, I think. Did I miss the Caribou diversa? Yes, you did. Because I have had my Odontocolita fawning stage with eggs and small larvae for like 2 months now. I had the same thing. The first few workers were a pain. It took so long. It took so long. But X-Ray Gleam, it is very important. They do need substrate. Because I had just a little bit of substrate in the nest. It's not every site. It might be possible because people have to tell people have to say, okay, I have a shop, and then you can be in there. I am on check as well, not for ants, but for setups. So Rita is a bit slow. Let's give them something to eat. I need to grab a big smiley tray. They're gonna need a big one. A big smiley tray. Hello, AP. People, don't forget, like and subscribe. Join the Discord. Join our Instagram. Join our TikTok. Join our Facebook page. Yes, I've been trying to be more active on all kinds of sites now. So Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and of course our own Discord server. You're welcome on all of the channels, of course. Like, subscribe, follow. The more the merrier. Love seeing the full guesses. Yep. So I try to feed my ants twice a week, but some species just get more attention. The leaf cutters get leaves every day. I'm trying to boost the diversa. So the diversa are getting red runners once every 2 days. So yeah. Thank you, Martin. Yeah, the links are also in the description. I need to put the Facebook one there and the TikTok one there. I didn't have the chance yet, but so we are coming to the end of the stream. Is there anything that you would like to see? Do I need to grab anything? Hello, Amber. It's just at the end of the stream. We got some explorers. The Carabera. I'll swing it by a second. I have a 20-liter fish tank full of common black ants. Ah, cool. My daughter has last year's Niger in her pink setup, but they are in hibernation. Oh man, I missed it. Yeah, well, you can rewatch it in about an hour if YouTube agrees. Okay, let's put you over to the Diversa real quick. And then we are going to end it off. for today. Look. Does my camera want to bend like that? Yes. Okay. So the Carabera, as you can see, there's still a lot of trash in the outworld. Luckily, this week there was less of a die-off. And if we look in the large nest, the worker count is still down, but there is brood. How many colonies in total? We are at 29. Are they not in hibernation yet? These ones do not go into hibernation. So we have 17 colonies in hibernation at the moment from the 29. Okay, so let me grab the camera, flip it around. Whoa, need to do something about the beard. Any questions, guys? We are going to change those. Do you buy your breeders or do you feed them? A bit of both. I have big tubs. As you can see, I gave them some cucumber, and it's egg cartons. And then I buy them like 125 grams, and I feed them. But I use so many that by the time they are in a breeding cycle, most of them are gone already. But I have a guy that lives nearby who breeds them, so that's good enough for me. And I do the same with dubias. So they are not as many, but it's the same idea. So yeah, a bit of both. I used too many to breed them all myself. Should I do it? Maybe, but yeah, they're not that expensive here, so I can't wait for this pod to be full so that I can change this outworld into a pod. 2 big pods next to each other would be epic. So yeah. Hello, Matthew. Sorry, but we're at the end of the stream. How does your wife feel about the roaches? She's not too happy with the roaches, but she's also not too happy with the ants at all. So it's my hobby. Yeah, that's it. But she just draw the line here. As I said before, I would love a scorpion, but she doesn't agree with that. Out of your 29 colony, which is your favorite? That's the third time this stream that I got the questions. I cannot pick. There are too many species with too many different things. So no. Can't wait to see the leaf cutters grow bigger. Yeah, well, I am really, really power feeding them. They're getting tons and tons of leaves. So yeah, I am going to keep growing them and until I would say the maximum of 4 fungus pods, and then I think they've taken up space. This was the first stream I got to attend. It was great. Well, thanks for joining. We do this every Sunday. For me, it's from 8 o'clock in the evening, and it's almost 9:45 right now. So it is at 8 GMT plus 1. Okay, well, I don't see any questions anymore. So thank you guys all for joining. I hope to see you again. And don't forget to like and subscribe, watch the videos. I posted a short yesterday on the leaf cutters. So yeah, again, thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time at the crafting end.